The serial killer my father hunted for 20 years was living in our house the whole time. I'm Lily, and my dad is the legendary Detective Miller, the man who supposedly kept our town safe from the shadows. I grew up idolizing him, thinking he was a real-life superhero who fought for the victims nobody else cared about. I even followed in his footsteps and just finished my first year at the police academy. But yesterday, while I was helping him pack up the house for his big retirement move, the basement floorboard creaked under my feet. I found a hidden compartment with a heavy rusted padlock that smelled like old copper and rot. I managed to pry it open, expecting to see old case files or maybe some cash he'd saved for a rainy day. Instead, my heart stopped. Inside were tiny plastic bags, each labeled with a date and a name. They contained locks of hair, wedding rings, and blood-stained Polaroids of every single woman who had gone missing in our county since the 90s. These were the cases my father had failed to solve. These were his trophies. I heard the basement door click shut behind me, and the lights flickered out. My father's voice came from the darkness, sounding colder than I'd ever heard it. He didn't sound like a dad anymore. He sounded like a predator. He stepped into the dim light of my flashlight, holding his service weapon with a steady, practiced hand. The escalation was instant. He didn't apologize or try to lie to me. He sat down on a crate and told me that he didn't just kill those women. He used his position as a lead detective to frame innocent people and bury the evidence forever. He told me the pressure of being a hero was too much, and this was how he balanced his soul. Then he looked me in the eyes and said the most terrifying thing of all. He told me that my mother didn't run away 10 years ago like he'd always told me. He told me she was the very first bag in that box because she had found the lock just like I did. He pointed the gun at my chest and told me I had two choices: join him and help him clean up the evidence, or end up as a trophy in the basement. I felt the air leave my lungs, but I forced myself to stay calm. I pretended to break down and cry. I hugged him and whispered that I understood. While his guard was down, I swiped the keys to his tactical gear from his belt and slammed his own heavy handcuffs onto his wrist, locking him to the heavy steel support beam of the house. I didn't wait for him to speak. I ran to the kitchen, grabbed his backup radio, and broadcast his confession across the entire police frequency while he screamed in the basement. The city's hero is currently being hauled away in chains, and the whole world is in shock, considering